When installing two 200 amp electrical panels fed from a 320 amp service, proper grounding and bonding are crucial for safety and code compliance. Here's a step-by-step guide. Firstly, you will need these materials: a grounding bus bar rated for 200 amps, grounding electrodes such as copper rods or ground plates, a bonding jumper sized appropriately for a 200 amp panel, and insulated grounding conductors sized appropriately for a 200 amp panel. 1. Connect the grounding electrodes. Install at least 2 grounding electrodes, for example, copper rods or ground plates in accordance with local codes. Connect the grounding electrodes together with a copper conductor sized appropriately for the service size, for example, number 8 AWG bare copper. 2. Install a grounding bus bar. Install a grounding bus bar inside each 200 amp panel. The bus bar should be located in an accessible area for future maintenance. 3. Connect the panel grounding conductors. Connect an insulated grounding conductor from the grounding bus bar in each panel to the grounding electrode system. The conductor should be sized appropriately for the panel rating, for example, number 6 AWG insulated copper. 4. Bond the panels together. Connect a bonding jumper between the grounding bus bars in both panels. This will ensure that the ground potential is equalized between the two panels. The bonding jumper should be sized appropriately for the panel rating, for example, number 6 AWG bare copper. 5. Bond conduit, which is optional. If using conduit to connect the panels, bond the conduit to the grounding bus bar in both panels. This will ensure that the conduit does not become an ungrounded conductor. 6. Confirm the grounding path. Ensure that there is a continuous grounding path from the grounding electrodes through the panels and back to the neutral at the meter base. Some additional notes to consider are to use anti-corrosion compound on all grounding connections to prevent corrosion. Ground the metal raceways and boxes that contain electrical conductors. Always consult with a licensed electrician before performing any electrical work to ensure compliance with local codes and safety standards. A grounding system provides a low impedance path for fault current to return to the source, tripping the circuit breaker or fuse and clearing the fault. This protects people and equipment from electrical shock and damage. Bonding ensures that all metallic parts of the electrical system are at the same electrical potential. This prevents voltage differences that could cause electrical shock. Grounding electrodes are typically copper rods or ground plates that are buried in the earth. They provide a connection to the earth, which helps to stabilize the voltage of the electrical system. The grounding bus bar is a metal bar inside the electrical panel that serves as a central connection point for all grounding conductors. Bonding jumpers are used to connect different parts of the electrical system together, such as the electrical panels, metal conduit, and equipment enclosures. Insulated grounding conductors are used to connect the grounding bus bar to the grounding electrodes and to other parts of the electrical system. The size of the grounding conductors and bonding jumpers must be appropriate for the size of the electrical system. Consult the National Electrical Code, also known as NEC, or a licensed electrician for guidance on sizing these conductors. The NEC provides specific requirements for grounding and bonding electrical systems. These requirements are designed to ensure the safety of people and equipment. Some key NEC sections to be aware of include Article 250, which covers grounding and bonding, and Article 300, which covers wiring methods. When connecting grounding conductors and bonding jumpers, be sure to use approved connectors and methods. These connections must be mechanically strong and electrically sound. Anti-corrosion compound should be applied to all grounding connections to prevent corrosion. Corrosion can increase the resistance of the grounding connection, which can reduce its effectiveness. Metal raceways and boxes that contain electrical conductors must be grounded. This will help to prevent the raceways and boxes from becoming energized in the event of a fault. It's crucial to understand the difference between grounding and bonding. Grounding is connecting the electrical system to the earth. Bonding is connecting different parts of the electrical system together. Both grounding and bonding are essential for electrical safety. When installing grounding electrodes, be sure to drive them deep enough into the earth to make good contact with the soil. The NEC specifies the minimum depth for grounding electrodes. When connecting grounding conductors to grounding electrodes, be sure to use approved connectors that are listed for direct burial. These connectors will prevent corrosion of the connection. When bonding metal conduit, be sure to use bonding bushings or other approved methods to ensure a good electrical connection. Bonding bushings are designed to provide a low impedance path for fault current. Before energizing the electrical system, be sure to test the grounding system to ensure that it is working properly. This can be done with a ground impedance tester. A ground impedance tester measures the resistance of the grounding path. If the resistance is too high, the grounding system may not be effective. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a licensed electrician to install the grounding system. Electricity can be dangerous, and it is important to take precautions to avoid electrical shock. When working with electricity, always turn off the power at the circuit breaker before working on any electrical components. Use insulated tools and wear rubber gloves and shoes. Never work on electrical equipment when you are wet or standing in water. Be aware of the location of overhead power lines. Never touch overhead power lines or any object that is in contact with overhead power lines. If you see a down power line, stay away from it and call the power company. Grounding and bonding are critical components of a safe electrical system. By following these guidelines, you can help to ensure that your electrical system is properly grounded and bonded, protecting people and equipment from electrical shock and damage. Always consult with a qualified electrician for any electrical work to ensure compliance with local codes and regulations. Remember to double-check all connections and ensure that all components are properly sized for the load. This will help to prevent electrical fires and other hazards. In addition to the steps outlined above, it is also important to consider the following when grounding and bonding electrical panels. Firstly, ensure that the grounding electrode system is properly installed and maintained. This includes inspecting the grounding electrodes for corrosion and damage and replacing them as needed. Secondly, verify that all grounding conductors and bonding jumpers are properly sized and connected. This includes checking the connections for tightness and corrosion and replacing any damaged conductors. Thirdly, test the grounding system periodically to ensure that it is working properly. This can be done with a ground impedance tester or other testing equipment. Fourthly, keep accurate records of all grounding and bonding work. This will help to ensure that the electrical system is properly maintained and that any problems can be quickly identified and corrected. Fifthly, stay up to date on the latest electrical codes and standards. This will help to ensure that your electrical system is compliant with all applicable regulations. By following these additional guidelines, you can help to ensure that your electrical system is safe and reliable. Remember, electrical work can be dangerous, so always consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns. Grounding and bonding are not just about meeting code requirements, they are about protecting lives and property. A properly grounded and bonded electrical system can prevent electrical shock, reduce the risk of electrical fires, and protect sensitive electronic equipment from damage. Therefore, it is essential to take the time to understand the principles of grounding and bonding and to ensure that your electrical system is properly installed and maintained. If you are unsure about any aspect of grounding and bonding, consult with a licensed electrician. They can provide expert advice and ensure that your electrical system is safe and compliant. Remember, electrical safety is everyone's responsibility. By taking the necessary precautions, you can help to prevent electrical accidents and create a safer environment for yourself and others. The information provided here is for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional electrical advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician before performing any electrical work. Be sure to obtain all necessary permits and inspections before starting any electrical work. This will help to ensure that your electrical system is safe and compliant with local codes. When working with electricity, always be aware of the potential hazards and take the necessary precautions to avoid electrical shock. Electrical shock can be fatal, so it is important to take all necessary safety measures. In addition to grounding and bonding, there are other important electrical safety measures that you should take. These include using ground fault circuit interrupters, also known as GFCIs, in wet locations such as bathrooms and kitchens, and using arc fault circuit interrupters, also known as FCIs, to protect against electrical fires. GFCIs and FCIs are designed to protect people and property from electrical hazards. They are relatively inexpensive and easy to install, and they can provide valuable protection. By taking these additional safety measures, you can further reduce the risk of electrical accidents and create a safer environment for yourself and others. Always remember to prioritize safety when working with electricity. If you are unsure about anything, consult with a qualified electrician. Your safety is worth it.